Welcome back, everybody. This is Eric and Chad here of Moss Pawn and Gun, and today we've got a really interesting little video for you. We're going to talk about gift ideas for the shooter in your life, or let's just say the gun person in your life. Maybe you're someone who doesn't know how to shop for somebody that's a gun person. Say you've got some little cousin or nephew or son or wife or whoever, and you don't know what to buy them. Okay, you're not sure. You know they're a gun person, but you're not sure what gun people like. Or let's say you're a gun person, you're watching this video, and you're trying to think of maybe some great ideas of products that fit that niche really well and everything. We're going to break down several things that we've selected for you guys. Some of our favorites that we've kind of come across throughout the course of the year. Stuff that we've seen that's selling really well. Stuff that personally we kind of gravitate to, and stuff that you make for Santa.
I do. I am one of Santa's elves.
Yes, I see that. I see that. I'm ready for the new Star Wars movie. Are you?
I am.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm in the Christmas mood or if I'm in the Star Wars mood.
Oh no, I'm just in the gun mood. Yeah.
Good deal. Good deal. Well, you really can't go wrong with anything gun related. You guys know we sell our product man cans. We've got a lot of interesting things coming up for sale here very soon. At the time this video is being dropped, we do have several patches left over. We've got fight soaps. We've got a couple of mystery cans, not a lot.
Well, and remember, these patches and soaps are one-offs. I mean, no more will be made. So what's out there is it.
Absolutely. So, if you're a fan of the channel and you want to, consider supporting the channel, consider picking up a patch or a fight soap, a mystery can. We also have December man cans still available. They'll start shipping around the 17th or 18th, hopefully in time for Christmas. So many of you have already bought one. Be sure to get them before they're gone, because they will not last long. So without further ado, if you're not interested in man cans or anything like that, there's a ton of awesome things that you can do. Anything from magazines, ammunition. We're just going to go down the line. During the holidays, a lot of folks love novelty type stuff, and I know I do.
I like novelty things that have a purpose.
Absolutely.
Getting elf beard hair in my mouth.
What about this? Show them these.
These are pretty awesome. All right, so for you guys out there who are drinkers, who like a fine whiskey or a fine scotch, we have these 40 millimeter casings here that are shot glasses, and these are little whiskey bombs, I think is what Ackless calls these.
Yes.
These are made by Ackless Defense.
Yeah.
But
so you've got the boom shot glass, which is a 40 millimeter grenade shell that you can drink your favorite spirit out of. What I'm holding here is a Bourbon Bullet, and you put these in the freezer. You get them nice and cold. You drop it down in your favorite shot glass, pour your spirits around it, and it gets your spirit nice and cold without the watering down your beverage. So
some drinks are good on the rocks, but a fine scotch and an 18-year-old or 25-year-old Macallan or something like that, you don't want to put ice in that. So if you want it cold, you put bullets in there.
Oh yeah.
And that way you don't ruin the drink.
And I tell you, Joe over there is just one of the greatest guys in the business. He is such a friendly dude, full of knowledge, just a very colorful person to be around. And okay, well, there you go. But that's an awesome product if you want to consider something like that. On the novelty end of things too, Bastion makes a lot of really neat things. We've got some challenge coins here of various types. We've got our We the People challenge coin, which you probably saw in our patriotism can this year. A couple of neat things with the Spartans going on. They do a lot of customization as well, and interesting things like mag floor plates for Glocks, dust covers for your AR.
If I'm mistaken, that's kind of how Mike got started doing everything. I mean, the website's called Mag Plates. He started making mag plates and back plates for Glocks and such, and it just kind of took off from there and started making all kinds of other things.
Absolutely. And speaking of novelties, there's a lot of other neat things out there. This is a product I came across the other day at the gun show. This is a product called the Chute, and it's a dip holder that attaches to a quad rail in your AR, and you keep your favorite dip on tap.
I mean, I'm not much of a dipper or anything like that at all, but I mean, it is an interesting item. So.
Another product that I definitely want to share with you guys that I like a lot. We've done a lot with the key bars, and key bars are an excellent choice. I know you've been carrying your key bar quite a bit.
Well,
there.
I mean, the key bar has become one of my EDC items. I carry this every single day, and this has keys for my house, the shop, I mean, any number of other places right here, handy, and it stops the noise, so you don't have keys clanging around in your pocket all the time. So, Brandy's.
That works. You just close it up. There it is.
Oh, and he makes a lot of other accessories for him, too. He makes small knives, the little USB key.
Yep.
So,
They can be
stuff.
a little bit tricky to put together, but with a little bit of patience and a little time, not a big deal. American Steelworks, we've done a lot with those guys. They make a lot of interesting little like beer bottle openers, key fobs. This is kind of like a little punch thing they make, like basically a pendant, and then here's a small version of the Spartan helmet.
It's just an EDC tool, just a blunt force kind of tool.
Absolutely.
You carry all the time.
Absolutely. So there's a lot of things like that. And then getting on to like some of the more like practical things. Say you don't want to go more along the lines of, I'm not saying novelty's a bad thing, like those bourbon bullets and the whiskey bombs, the shot glasses, that stuff is awesome. But when you're talking about things that maybe you want to buy something for somebody that has maybe just a very general practicality to it, you can't go wrong with stuff like ammunition. We got some Lehigh defense ammunition here. Something like a nice Lehigh or even a Rip.
Yeah, if somebody's got a favorite carry gun or whatever and they don't have a whole lot of carry ammo, or they're just trying different stuff, if you've overheard them saying, well, I'm trying to pick a hollow point or whatever to carry every day, well, just get them a variety of hollow points for them to try. Because, it tends to be kind of expensive, and if you and a few buddies get together and say, hey, let's go and buy some Federal, let's go buy some Lehigh, let's go buy some Hornady, or whatever brand, buying 4 or 5 boxes of ammo. That way he's got something to check out and try out at the range.
Yeah, or like what you can do is you can do like a secret carry ammo Santa.
Yeah.
Like get together with your buddies and pick a caliber, and all y'all buy a box of ammo, and then y'all all can take it out and kind of try it out and see what you like.
Either that, or hell, if everybody around you carries a Glock 19 or something, you say, hey, well, everybody buy each other a surprise box of 9mm carry ammo. Keep it simple.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can't go wrong with 22 ammo.
Oh, no.
I know that 22 ammo has been a little bit difficult to get lately, but like here at Moss, we've had a lot of the auto match in stock at very fair prices. It's available. It's out there. It's not hard to get. P-mags, can't go wrong with magazines.
Any kind of magazine.
Yeah, absolutely. But if there's an AR guy in your life or whoever, somebody that's a buddy that's an AR person, can't go wrong with P-mags.
Perfect example of that. I've got a friend of mine that called me the other day, and he bought his dad an AR, and he was wondering, what other stuff to get for him. I'm like, well, you can't go wrong with magazines. It's a perfect example of the gift of gun right there.
Absolutely, absolutely. So getting on to some other things here. This is a company, Hydra Grips. They sent me some 1911 grips to check out. I thought this would be a really cool thing to show off. They do custom grip panels. That's a really awesome product. Another group of guys that we do a lot of business with, and we want to give a nice shout out to in this video as being someone you should definitely go to for this kind of stuff, is Savoie Leather.
Oh, yeah.
I tell you, Jeremiah over there is such a great human being, and he's just such a smart individual. He's so interesting to be around because he always has these just great ideas about things and a lot of things that he does. This is a custom Python leather holster that was made for my wife for her Ruger LCP, and that's a Savoie product. He also does a lot of like custom print stuff. If you've been anywhere on YouTube or online and looking at custom leather holsters, there's a pretty strong chance you've seen Savoie stuff.
Yeah, if you're on Instagram, you've seen a Savoie holster somewhere or another.
Oh yeah, William has one that has a stormtrooper helmet on it, and you've got one that has like We the People for your J-frame revolver.
Where'd you buy this from again?
Amazon.
Oh Lord.
But moving down the line, something like that, a leather holster, something that's custom, something that can kind of like you can personalize, and it's a personal gift from you is always a nice thing.
Well, say somebody is buying say you're buying your wife or something like a Glock 43 or Glock 42. You can't go wrong with getting like a nice inside the waistband holster like Black Point Tactical. They're here in Georgia, and I own one for my Glock 43, and it's a great carry holster, affordable, quality. You can't go wrong spending about $70 on a nice Kydex holster.
Absolutely. In terms of stocking stuffers and things that are, easy to get your hands on for, someone in your life that's a gun person, the LPS products are excellent. I know I've been talking about those a lot this year, but I've really been enjoying using their products. And in the man cans, we always send out a lot of these LPS one wipes. This is a great option to keep in your hunting case, like your rifle case with all your hunting rifles or shotguns in it. Wipe down your stuff when you're done to keep it from rusting and everything. They've got LPS 1 through 3. Each of them has their own kind of specific purpose, but for general lubrication and cleaning, the LPS 1 is an excellent product. We've been really enjoying using their stuff. It's great stuff, and they are just a great bunch of people, and they're a local Georgia-based company, which I like the idea of supporting Georgians, and they just make a great product. If I'm going to store my guns for a long period of time, LPS 2, it's a little thicker, it goes on a little thicker, but for long-term storage. LPS2 is great for really long-term storage. And I'm talking that they don't even really technically recommend it for firearms, but we do carry it because it's awesome. It's the LPS3, and it leaves actually kind of a waxy coating on the surface of the metal. Once you're done applying it, it'll almost have kind of a stickiness to it, but you will not get a speck of rust.
It'll leave a coating on there that you have to clean off with one of the other, either the 2 or the 1 product. But if you're questioning the quality of this because you might not have ever heard of it, the guys at Delta just swear by this stuff. Plus, Delta employees and pretty much anybody in aviation has heard of LPS because they use it on the planes all the time to lubricate crucial parts.
Yeah, it's
awesome
great stuff. I mean, they're not really that well known in the firearms industry yet, but we're trying to push them out there because I've been using them and I really dig it. I like it. So that's a great idea. If you just want to get a can of LPS or some wipes for somebody, that's a great option. One of the things that goes to us to the range, or goes with us to the range every single time we go out, are the Howard Leight Ear Pro.
Usually in multiples.
Yeah, usually in multiples. These things are great, and I tell you what, they're not overly expensive. They have an excellent noise reduction rating. You can still talk to each other on the range in a normal fashion if you want. They do come in a variety of different colors. They've got the green and the teal, but they're also coming out, I believe, with I want to say black, and I think they're doing pink as well.
Well, what's good about these is, like Eric mentioned, they actually have a microphone built into it, and when a gunshot comes around, it actually attenuates the sound coming into the speakers. And when there's no gunshots or anything, it's just ambient noise, you can hear a lot more around you, and you can hear people speak without being yelled at.
And these things are great for hunting too.
Oh yeah,
so say you're out in the woods, you're doing some hunting, have the amplification turned up real loud, you can hear a deer creeping up on you. These things are great for a wide variety of different purposes. I've also seen these Howard Lights also in use on like the flight line. Like you see guys up at the airport, and they'll be wearing these so they can hear each other talk when there's nothing going on. But like if a loud plane comes rolling by or something, it won't hurt their hearing. They're required to wear hearing protection when they're on the line. Several industrial applications that these things are used in on a regular basis. So if you're watching this video and you're like, well, I don't really have anybody that's a gun person, maybe consider picking up a set for the dad in your life who's out mowing the grass all the time and wants to wear hearing protection so he's not hurting his hearing running loud machinery and stuff.
I wear them all the time, and they also have an input on there too for like your iPod or whatever, any kind of audio device like that, so you can listen to your music in there too.
And the batteries in them last forever. We use these things. A lot of you guys have been asking questions this year, like what kind of ear pro we use. I use these things religiously. They're a little bit on the pricey side, but they're very high quality. And any gun owner would be just totally pleased to get this. And they're stocking or whatever as a gift. So getting along lines of some of the more practical items, we took a trip up to Going Gear in Marietta, Georgia. You guys are probably familiar with them through Such's channel. He's a great dude, does a lot of, prepping type videos, and he also has a firearms channel and everything. But we went up to Going Gear, and we got Marshall, the owner up there, to kind of show us around and show us some of the things that have been selling really well this year in the knife and flashlight world and some of that type of stuff. So we got a selection of knives to show you here. This is a CRKT. This is the Squid. Just a nice little like $25 knife. It's a little folder, real simple, not real expensive.
Frame lock?
Yep.
Oh yeah, frame locks are real lightweight.
Yep.
Very simple.
That's a great little knife.
Now these are in kind of the stocking stuffer category, so you can put a lot of this stuff in a stocking.
Yep. And then kind of moving up in price a little bit, although not much, is the Mora. That's the one that has the fire starter in the handle.
And these things are great. Eric bought me one a little while back, and I use it to start fires out of my burn barrel.
Yeah, if you got a guy that's an outdoors type, or he likes to hunt, or really anything, if he's an outdoors kind of guy, the Mora knives are great, and that's an awesome little knife.
Yeah, if you want to step on up in the world a little bit, you can get one of these zero tolerance knives. This is one of the carbon varieties, and man, that is an awesome knife right there. Yep. This is kind of for the knife connoisseur, knife lover in your life, or you and some buddies want to get together, because these aren't cheap, but they are very high quality. And I know Tim swears by ZT knives over at Military Arms Channel. He carries them all the time. Well,
the interesting thing about this particular zero tolerance knife is that it's actually a limited edition. They use a special steel that they're using for the blade and everything. It's not a standard zero tolerance in this model. We'll show you the model number, but he's actually got these on sale right now for like $175. So not only do you get a limited knife, but you get a very good price on it compared to what a standard zero tolerance in this category would sell for. So pretty interesting.
Oh yeah, moving on to like flashlights and such. Marshall sells Olight, pretty much That's one of his biggest sellers up there, the Olight flashlights, and not a lot of people know about them, but they are pretty high quality flashlights for the money. They carry a variety of different ones. I mean, this one here is just kind of an EDC style, or maybe tossing your truck in the glove box, but it's rechargeable. So you don't really have to worry about replacing the batteries in this. You just plug it up even in your car.
Yep, they've got like a little USB dock, and you just basically drop the little guy on it, and it charges through the base. Kind of like some cell phones and some like iPads and iPods have a charging station where you can lay it in there and charge it. Same kind of principle. Olights are great. They're pretty tough. We've been doing a little bit of work with them and carrying them on a regular basis, and one thing we found is that they're very competitively priced, and the quality level is definitely there. We will be doing some more testing, which we're going to get to in a moment.
Brandy has been carrying one of these little S1 Baton Lights, and this is actually one of Marshall's best sellers up there. They come in a variety of colors, materials, anywhere between about $40 and $100. But they come, I think they've got 3 or 4 different light settings. So you've got the high, medium, and low, and then you also have a strobe setting.
Neat.
In that little bitty package.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, the neat thing about the batons as well is that you can get the bodies of them in a variety of different materials. That's an aluminum one, which is going to obviously be one of the lower cost options. They also offer them in brass, copper, titanium. I do have a titanium one here.
Single 123, single lasts forever in this little guy.
So flashlights are always a great option for, you know, the person in your life that you want to give a gift to like that, that's in the gun realm, or really anyone. Let's say that someone wants a very passive way to seek out things at night, or let's just say they want to blind some burglar in the face or something. Maybe they're scared of guns. Maybe they're scared of pepper spray. Maybe they're scared of wearing body armor, or whatever, okay? A flashlight is a great option for somebody to at least deter a potential threat. I mean, maybe to some degree. But
not only for like a self-defense scenario, but just for everyday carry in general. I think everybody should at least carry a knife and a flashlight on their person at all times when applicable. I mean, you know, I carry a Surefire E1D. I've had a couple of stream lights, but I've kind of moved up to the Surefires, and I carry this thing every day. And this is a good defensive light as well. You know, it's got a good bezel on there, solid light. I mean, you just can't go wrong with a good quality flashlight. It's just no doubt.
So moving along to like maybe some more stocking stuffer related type stuff, like snap caps, things like that. I know we got a little pack of snap caps there.
Snap caps just for kind of like dry fire training or whatever. I mean,
Lulas.
Yeah, Lula magazine loaders. You got AR-15 loaders. You've got AK-47 loaders. A variety of other M1A, Galil mags, pistol magazines, 22 loaders. I mean, these things will save your thumbs when you're at the range shooting all day long.
Can't go wrong with Lulas, you know. And when it comes to small stocking stuffer, like let's just say flashlights and stuff, Olight makes one of their little guys there. That is a great little light, and they retail for like 10 to 12 bucks.
Oh yeah.
And that's something you can throw in a stocking. Doesn't cost a lot of money. You know, that goes on a keychain, nice and small. The New Myth over there, this is actually a really interesting product. It's a survival lighter. It works just like a Zippo does. It uses the same fluid as a Zippo. Doesn't have any fluid in it.
Obviously, but
yeah.
Same exact thing, but it's got an O-ring in here, and the package actually comes with a few different O-rings just in case that one wears out or whatever the case is, so you can keep this watertight.
Yep.
So
I mean, it's nice to have a windproof lighter handy when you're out on the trails. Yeah, absolutely. So let's see, what else you got there?
We've got let's see, this is actually a micro USB interface. Oh, this is the little rechargeable bullet flashlight.
Right. So similar to the Baton we looked at, but it's actually even smaller, and it's still rechargeable.
You guys look hard enough or go up to Going Gear. I mean, you can spend all day in there looking at this kind of stuff. I mean, plenty of gift ideas up there.
Absolutely. So what about more AR stuff? I noticed we got a few things on the table here.
Before we do the AR stuff, I mean, I forgot that I had the little Crimson Trace grips here. This one's actually for a Glock 43, so you know somebody with a Glock 43 and they're looking for some other option as far as everyday carry. Can't go wrong with the good Crimson Trace laser. And this package for the Glock 43 actually comes with a little holster and the laser that mounts right under the grip, since the Glock 43 doesn't have a Picatinny rail on the front. But I mean, I've had one on a J-frame revolver for the longest time, and I just really love that thing. Replaces the entire grip, and you've got just kind of a little visible laser. You know, and that's a pretty good deterrent in a lot of cases.
You know, yeah, and laser grips are an excellent accessory. Also, night sights. Like if you know a buddy of yours is, you know, wanting to replace, let's just say, the sights on his Glock or something, you can't go wrong with a set of like Trijicon DPU night sights, or there's a ton of them out there. I mean, the Mepro lights are decent. There's a lot of the True Glows. I mean, there's a variety of different sights.
I carry a set of True Glows on my Glock 19 that I carry every day. So.
Absolutely. So what if somebody is wanting to build an AR and you're wanting to kind of help them along in that?
Well, I mean, there's plenty of parts out there. I mean, ARs are the Legos of the adult gun world, pretty much. But anyways, receiver sets are always a good idea. I mean, if you want to pitch in, go to the gun shop, buy a lower receiver, have your buddy buy an upper. I mean, these Andersons can be had for $50 in a lot of cases.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're not terribly expensive, and they're of good quality. I mean, Eric and I have built several guns on these Anderson lowers. I mean, there's really not too much point to spend a lot more money on a nice forged lower.
Yep.
But, you know, you've got uppers and lowers, accessories and parts. I mean, say somebody already has an AR-15 and they just want to upgrade some components. I mean, there's nothing wrong with getting somebody a Magpul grip to replace the standard A1 or A2 grip that's on their gun.
$16 grip. You know what I mean? A $16 part you can give to a buddy who wants to upgrade.
Every rifle needs a good sling.
Yep.
I mean, either a 1-point QD like the MS3 or MS4 or one of these simple, you know, 2-point style MS1s. I mean, Gunsmithing Tools, say they're wanting to build their own AR and you want to get them started. A multi-tool?
Yeah, an armorer's wrench.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times I've seen somebody booger up an AR trying to work on it from using the improper tools.
But yeah, I mean, think about like Gunsmithing Tools too, these small screwdriver sets. Anybody who's a gun owner needs a gunsmithing specific screwdriver set with hollow ground bits that fit in the screw slots. Because I've seen so many guns come in the shop with boogered up screws or whatever. Somebody was just using a standard like Craftsman screwdriver, a flathead, to pull a Marlin model 336 apart or something along those lines, or a nice Winchester 94. So,
oh yeah, or worse, an A5 that has time screws
Lord.
where, you know, you booger them up and it's even more apparent because you see how messed up they are. You know?
Oh yeah, but you know, talking about AR accessories as well, I mean, a good trigger upgrade, good Geisley super semi-automatic. I mean, these things can be had for around $200, and they are top-notch quality. This is one of the best upgrades anybody can put in their AR.
Absolutely. I'll tell you one thing. If somebody bought me a Geisley trigger for Christmas, I'd be jumping for joy.
Oh, yeah.
That's an awesome upgrade for any AR. And really, when it comes to AR upgrades in general, you're going to see probably the best improvement when you start talking about like a nice barrel, a nice trigger, maybe upgrade your bolt carrier group, which he's going to discuss here in just a moment, and then of course a good optics mount, good
free floating rail in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
You know, just taking any kind of movement off of the end of the barrel that is not necessary.
It doesn't really take a ton of money to upgrade your AR and make it a lot more accurate, a lot more user friendly.
Yeah, if you're building an AR, you know, start with a good bolt carrier group. I mean, there's plenty of mil spec options out there, but the Sharps balanced bolt carrier groups are pretty awesome. I've been using one in my 18-inch BCM gun since I built it and haven't had a single problem out of it. And we actually used one in the meltdown video a while back.
Absolutely.
I mean, well, that's not a testament to that quality. I don't know what is.
Oh yeah, when it comes to, you know, getting what you want for Christmas and everything like that, you know that the Form 1s and Form 4s have been taking forever to get back. And I tell you, I finally, I'm going to do a little show and tell here. I finally got my Z5P back. And I got it engraved. Everything's looking good. I got my B&T folder on it.
Got the email today. He sends me a text with a screenshot. It's like, oh my God!
Yeah.
Early Christmas.
It's been almost 5 months.
It's been a while.
That it took to get this Form 1 back in.
The E-forms last year were taking a month.
Yeah.
And now they're taking like 4 or 5 months. I mean, but that's a good sign. That means my forms that I submitted about 2 weeks afterwards will be coming back soon. Yep.
Well, I promised you guys that once we got the Form 1 in on this thing and got it back, that we would revisit it, do another video. I've got a tri-lug adapter suppressor we're going to drop on this thing, and we'll get back out there and do another video on it soon. Just want to show you that. And there's a lot of great options. I mean, if there's a really good boy or girl in your life that deserves a whole bunch of awesome, there's a lot of interesting guns out there that you can get for people. This just came in. This is the DP12. You guys have probably seen these kind of on and off and here and there. This is a double barrel pump action shotgun. So you rack the slide. It puts 2 in each. It's got 2 separate barrels. Puts 1 in each barrel, and then you get 1, 2, 1, 2, just like a standard, like double barrel shotgun with 1 trigger. So 1 shot, 1, 2, bang bang, and then rack it. So
kind of a combination of a nice side by side and a pump action shotgun all in one. I mean, getting 2 shots off in rapid succession like that is much quicker. It's more like a semi-automatic platform.
It is. So, it's very interesting.
But I remember playing with these when we were at SHOT this past year, and they are an interesting gun. So
while I've got you guys on camera here, we've actually been getting a lot of suggestions from you guys on things that we can do video-wise, and a lot of you guys have been asking about the Diamondback Db9. we're going to be going out and filming a pretty detailed torture test on this particular handgun pretty soon. And we've also got it paired up with the PL1 Valkyrie from Olight. I'm trying to kind of integrate a couple of videos together into one and kind of mix them, but we're going to see how tough the Diamondback is, and we're also going to see how tough this little PL1 is. So we're going to really beat the mess out of this gun and see how good she can hold up to a good beating. Because one of the big things about the PL1, there's a lot of people talking about this weapons light, and this is a great stocking stuffer if somebody wants to get one of these and not really spend a ton of money. You can get them for around $100, whereby weapons lights like what you have, although very high quality, they are also very expensive.
I mean, I'm curious to see how well the Olight holds up in kind of a torture test, compared to something like a Surefire X300. I mean, $100 light versus, basically double the price, $200 to $300 based on the configuration you have. Oh, and this is the Meltdown Glock, by the way.
Yeah, that is the Glock 17 from the Meltdown video.
Guess what? It works.
It still lives. Yeah, we'll get into that later. We'll probably do a video on that particular gun later as well. I'm really curious to see how the Olight holds up. I've been running one on my F&X Tactical for quite some time now, and I really haven't had any issues with it. Moss does have several of the Diamondback Db9s in stock. They're on sale right now. So based on some of the emails I was getting from you guys about wanting to see kind of what those are about and how good those guns are running, I thought maybe a torture test would be in order. So we'll take them out, beat them up, see how well they run. We'll see how well the PL1s run. This particular video, we wanted to just give you guys some ideas for, sometimes people just aren't gun people, but they want to buy something for somebody that's a gun person. I mean, there's a million and one things that we could have put in this video in terms of varying things. I mean, there's tons of guns out there, there's tons of accessories. I mean, how do you narrow it down? What do you use to come up with the decision-making process?
It's difficult.
It can be confusing.
I like to think about gifts as being practical. I don't like receiving impractical gifts. I mean, I don't want something to sit up on the shelf and just collect dust as a showpiece or whatever the case is. I mean, just some kind of real, true novelty. I want something that I can actually put to use. Magazines, gun parts, accessories for your firearms, sights, lasers, gun cleaning. I mean, a bag of patches, for the love of God, would be fine. I mean, Dewey rods or Tipton rods, brushes, cleaning kits, anything like that makes excellent gifts for gun people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, guys, we want to definitely thank you for watching today's video. We hope you might have learned something. Maybe you got some awesome ideas. Maybe you didn't know about some of this stuff. Now you do. You're into it. Remember, on the man can stuff, guys, we're looking very, very slim on patches. Very, very slim on soaps. We've got a few mystery cans left, a couple of December cans left, so not many. Get them while you can. The rest of this stuff, come by Moss. We may not be here, but anybody here can help you. We'll be happy to walk you through anything you might have seen in this video. A lot of this stuff's available here. They got a great gun selection here. Plenty of reloading components.
Oh God! We didn't even think about.
We didn't even think about reloading components.
Oh, good Lord!
I mean, if you get somebody powder, let's say there's a reloading buddy in your life, and he goes through a lot of pistol. If you can put pistol powder under the tree, you're going to be the hero of the Christmas party.
Yeah, I mean, or somebody who's just thinking about getting into reloading. One of your gun buddies, man, I'm just kind of on the fence. I'm not really sure where to start. Well, buy him a starter kit.
Yep.
Lee makes several. RCBS, Redding, anybody out there, Hornady, buy a starter kit with a single stage press and everything that he needs. Get him some components for his favorite caliber, some powder.
Yep.
And then you're golden.
Absolutely. And the best bit of advice that I can give you on that is if you ever go into a place, and let's say that you're someone who wants to buy reloading setup for somebody, but you're not knowledgeable about reloading, the best thing is to come to a place like Moss and come in here and soak up some knowledge and let them outfit you with something that's going to work out best for you. So tell them what your needs are, tell them what your budget are, and they'll tell you what they can get you that's going to work for you. Okay, there's a lot of entry-level kits. In fact, I'm looking at several of them right now. We'll show you a couple of B-roll shots. There's tons of stuff available out there. So hopefully you can go into this Christmas season, holiday season, the gift season, with a little bit more knowledge under your belt, maybe make some informed decisions, stay away from some of the stuff that people may not want in the way of a gift.
I mean, all right, so most of you out there probably go to an indoor range or maybe you're a member of an outdoor club or something like that, and maybe buy a buddy a membership or gift cards or things like that to local gun shops.
Or heck, a training voucher for a class. You could buy somebody a training class. If let's say that
been talking about it for a while, I don't really know, I don't have time. Well, just buy it and then make them find the time.
Absolutely. And you know, I tell you, a lot of stores also have gift cards that you can buy too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Moss does.
Oh yeah.
If you want to. Yeah, if you want to keep it local and go by a place like Moss and buy a gift card for a buddy, if you know you are both local, you can certainly do that. You know, there's a lot of different options out there for gifts, guys. We're preaching to the choir. You know, cash is always an option. We know that, but sometimes
cash is king, baby.
Cash is king, but you know, sometimes you just want a practical gift that you can give someone. That hopefully, when they use it or they see it, they'll think about you know, the gift you gave them, and they'll make them think of you and everything like that. So. Anyway, we hope you guys enjoyed the video. Not to ramble on, but thanks for watching. Hopefully you gleaned some knowledge, and I'm pretty sure Chad's looking forward to getting out of that ridiculous beard.
Yeah, what's funny is Eric actually conveniently forgot his hat.
I did.
So.
I didn't forget my awesome Star Wars sweater, though.
No, you didn't. You know, I think this is a nice sweater. I actually wore it to a Christmas party the other day, and I actually got some compliments.
Well, I didn't wear my Clever Girl sweater. That was for the shoot the other day.
Yeah, you guys will see that soon. That was pretty horrible.
Yeah, it was. Guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. Much more on the way. More 5 guns, more firearms facts, more gun gripes, more gun reviews, more torture tests, more meltdowns. I don't know when this particular video is going to be up, but we have a very special meltdown planned soon with a couple of close friends of ours that you guys are going to love. Make sure you stay tuned for that, and it will be up before the end of the year.
Awesome.
Thanks for watching.
Take it easy.